Okay, hello everyone. My name is Benja. Speedrunner for a lot of different games. And right now I'm gonna explain or I'm gonna make a guide about Master Zero 3. A really pretty game, but a lot of people have a question about how can I make the true ending, and of course, in the same time, which things I need to do to beat some bosses really fast, what the correct strat for my movement, and other stuff I'm gonna explain this video. Of course, I'm not gonna claim every single strat because this is a mixing. My current route is a mixing with Dracheseele and Dracheseele, two runners from the Master Zero community, and of course with some of my ideas. Mostly, I'm gonna start. Of course, this timer is just for a reference, like how much time I'm gonna explain everything. And every single just this one is to explain about the mechanic of the game, and the rest is the current route I'm using right now. It's not 100% solid. I mean, the community is still debating like which part we can say more or less. So for now, this is gonna be a general guide with the current strats. If we have something new, I'm gonna do another video to explain that new strat or something like that. And of course, the important part here is I'm gonna speak sometime in English and sometime in Spanish. So this guy is gonna be for the both language. Hola a todos, mi nombre es Benja, runner como de bastantes juegos de anime y cosas de Inti Grades. Hago esta guía más que nada en función a las personas que tienen consultas sobre cómo deben vencer ciertos jefes. Muchas personas me han preguntado en algunos videos cómo se saca el final verdadero, cuáles son las condiciones exactas, también cómo vencer ciertos jefes o qué cosas realmente necesito versus otras que no. Esta guía va a ser en base a un mixing de cosas. Tres runners, como lo expliqué anteriormente, Gangiti y Dracheseele, han estado conmigo trabajando y logramos hacer al menos por así decir, ruta base, ya bien estable. Consistente también en muchas cosas. Todavía no es 100% segura de que sea la más óptima. Puede cambiar eso todavía. Pero en función, quiero que entiendan eso de que esto es como una guía base, que te puede servir para cualquier cosa. También voy a estar hablando en inglés y en español, porque va a ser para ambos idiomas. Y sin más preámbulos, voy a dar comienzo. So, first of all, we have Jason and Sophia, the general players on the game, and of course, you have different important stuff. First of all, every single Master Zero have the shortcuts, and this is really important because every shortcut you're gonna use are gonna mainly based on your movement, for example, your damage, or anything you really want to do. For me, I'm gonna only base it on damage because I'm not really comfortable changing a lot my menuing, so the dash is gonna be really late and I don't really want to use my shortcuts. So for now, for example, on Jason, I have the high diffusion and the blast launcher. I think that is the best weapon on the shortcuts. That's a really solid one. And of course, for the sub weapon, I'm gonna usually use the EX Shredder. EX Shredder is the best weapon of the game, mostly. And of course, we have the two counters, the two important counters, because this is not gonna be used on any person. The Reflex Striker and the Reach Striker. The Reflex Striker is just for our movement. We can extend the full dash entirely. The Routine Attacker, to explain shortly, is when you receive a damage, immediately the game gives you this counter. So you can counter attack when you receive a hit. It's not like I'm gonna matching, because if you're matching your counter, you're gonna immediately lose the opportunity to use it. So keep in mind that. Este juego, como todos están en la comunidad de Blaster Master, se basa obviamente en Jason y Sophia, los dos personajes que se pueden utilizar. Cada uno en su menú, como saben, Blaster Master Zero siempre tiene los shortcuts o los cortacaminos, o macros si quieran darle otro nombre. Estos macros, dependiendo del juego, siempre se ha dado que se da mucha movilidad o se da algún output de daño, es decir, aumentar mi posibilidad de atacar al jefe. En lo personal, para mí, yo simplemente ocupo el High Diffusion y el Blast Launcher, que es la granada. Eso debido a que no quiero cambiar muchas cosas de mi menú. De hecho, no voy a cambiar muchas cosas en mi menú. También se ocupa en la subweapon después más adelante el X-Shred, que es lejos la mejor subweapon del juego, ya que te sirve para muchas cosas que voy a explicar más adelante. Y tenemos estos dos counters, el Reflex Striker y el Roaching Attacker. El Reflex Striker es un counter que nos sirve más bien para movilidad, no está diseñado como counter como tal. De hecho tiene un pequeño glitch que después voy a explicar que te permite extender tu dash más de lo común. Y el Reaching Attacker, para que se entienda bien, se ocupa cuando a ti te atacan. Es decir, si tú recibes algún daño, tú puedes ocupar este counter. No es que yo voy a machar antes y ocuparlo. Además, si tú macheas antes, tú lo que provocas es que se quede en overheating el espacio, o es decir, que se quede sobrecargado y no puedas ocupar el counter como deberías ocuparlo eficientemente. Entonces, esto es más bien un counter que se ocupa de reacción y es bastante importante saberlo. Ahora, now for Sophia, because of course we have both characters. On Sophia, we're gonna use the Geek Crusher Shot Plus on the normal missiles. The main reason just for this is for my shortcuts. I watch other runners using the anti-SF, for example, or in other cases the Aqua Shift. But of course, I don't really want to spend so much time here, so I'm gonna use it one time using the G-Crosser Chat Plus on the normal missiles. This menuing I don't really like to touch it so much because it's really easy, like something like this. So I don't have so much trouble with that. And of course, the other one is like, okay, I'm gonna move it normally. So that's it, and I'm explaining so much about it. Ahora para los shortcuts de Sophia, generalmente ocupo el G-Crosser Chat Plus y los misiles normales. Esto debido a que son shortcuts bastante eficientes en el juego y no quiero pasar mucho tiempo aquí. De hecho, realmente no considero muy útil colocar otros shortcuts porque miren esto. Si yo, no sé, quiero un ítem de velocidad, me puedo cambiar acá. Si necesito volverme, no sé, a homing, puedo cambiarme acá. Entonces es bastante simple y el otro también no es tan complicado. Entonces no quiero realmente pasar mucho tiempo aquí. De hecho, va a ser una pérdida de tiempo muy alta si es que lo hago. Ahora, yo creo que vamos a partir con la run. Now it's time to explain for the run. So, of course, this is any percent, so we don't have anything. This is gonna be our start. So we're gonna matching start because of course, we don't really want to menuing. No queremos ningún texto, así que vamos a machar start inmediatamente. Now this is important. This enemy, if you take it normally, you're gonna provoke this. And of course, it's really slow. So it forces, and if I do this, I need to launch 3 times, so it's still really slow. The correct way is using this. Something like that. This is the correct way to defeat the enemy because you're gonna expend less time than the usual. Hello there. I just mentioned it, yeah, about this route. So this is the correct way to destroy this enemy. Lo que estaba explicando acá es de que, como vieron, le estaba disparando al enemigo con disparos normales. Estos disparos generalmente no hacen mucho daño. De hecho, a este enemigo en específico no le puedes hacer daño. Y como vieron, ocupé 3 misiles, entonces es muy lento. La forma correcta de derrotarlos es siempre de esta manera, así. De esta manera, tú salvas bastante tiempo y tú puedes obviamente no tener ningún problema. Ahora lo voy a mostrar más bien en vivo, que ahora sale más cómodo. Something like this. And you're gonna keep moving. That's the correct answer to do this. And of course, you're gonna doing on every single one of them on this first map. Of course, then we're gonna change the shortcuts, so it's not gonna be a problem. And now this is just movement. And we're gonna leave immediately here, because of course, we're not gonna do this. It's better to do this and waiting here and then moving and enter. Acá lo que estaba explicando es que realmente no quieres perder tu tiempo en Sophia. No quieres realmente perderlo, entonces obviamente yo voy a salir antes para poder obtener la cutscene, por ejemplo, acá y inmediatamente. Okay, here is important because this is your first time you're gonna play Jason, so you're gonna immediately using the shortcuts. And of course, the menuing, you really want to do it in fast, like this. And that's it. Of course, that was really fast because I practiced a lot, but usually it's this and this. Of course, you're gonna change anything you want because, of course, the shortcuts just depend for the runner. But for me, it's just the blast launcher and high diffusion. So, for example, my menu is like this, and that's it. It's all over. The menu is over. I'm never gonna enter back here again. And that is the reason for the shortcut. You really don't want to go back here again. Lo que estaba explicando en este punto es que partimos con los shortcuts. Entonces, como vieron, la forma rápida, la correcta, yo entro inmediatamente y gasto el shortcut. No quiero realmente volver a este menú porque es una pérdida de tiempo muy alta. Entonces, simplemente quiero hacer eso. So now, if we're doing correctly everything, I'm gonna show you the extended counter. For example, the counter is like this. You know, it's really simple to use it. But imagine if we're doing this, for example. If we're using the dash and the counter at the same time. See, with this method, you can extend your range, your normal range. Okay, I need more enemies. So we're gonna reload it. Something like this. It's really easy, it's really simple, and it's consistent. It's like this. This is the inputs. Use that and then the counter. Para usar este truco, este es el extended. Como estaba explicando anteriormente, esta es la manera correcta de usar el reflect. Tú lo que quieres realmente con él no es matar enemigos, es simplemente moverte. Entonces el reflect, ¿qué es lo que te permite? Si tú usas un dash y después del dash, que es un pelito después, tienes que ocupar el counter, lo que produce es que te puedes deslizar. Entonces obviamente vas a ganar mucha movilidad. Y eso es lo importante de esto. Now it's time I'm gonna show you the correct part, of course, with everything this first part of the dungeon. So we're gonna press start. Sorry, that's the correct. We're gonna change to any weapon you really want. So we're gonna use this, and we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna enter here. Of course, we're not gonna attack in this because it's really bad. And then this enemy, we're gonna do one dash, a bomb, and dash immediately. The reason why you're using a dash with the lock on the striker is because you're gonna unmark the current target. So you really want to save maybe 1 or 2 dashes on this part, because if you fail or something, you have other one to immediately fix your mistake. Or otherwise, you need to change every weapon and then go back to this. Lo que estaba explicando en este punto es que tú realmente quieres ocupar el Lock Striker, pero quieres tener algunos dashes guardados porque el Lock Striker te permite con un dash cancelar todos los objetivos que están actualmente marcados. Es importante esto porque tú no quieres perder tiempo y realmente lo quieres usar. So now he's moving normally, just right here. Again, the counter with movement, and this is gonna be our first mid fight. Of course, this is a really easy one, so you don't have so much to say here. And as you can see, I'm using right now every single shortcut, because I don't have any levels, so it's like, okay, using whatever you really want. And this enemy is just one counter, that's it. Don't try anything else, it's just one counter. Para ese enemigo en específico es simplemente un counter, no intenten nada más, realmente no vale la pena. This is movement, so I'm not going to explain everything here. Esto es solamente un movimiento, así que no voy a explicar realmente nada. Esto es como copiar y pegar. So we're gonna still playing around. This part is not so much thing to explain. It's just more watch and copy or watch and fix some stuff. Estas partes realmente no son como ya quiero aprender muchas cosas, sino más bien quiero ver y copiar o modificar algo. So this is for no movement. Okay. Okay. I really want to pass normally. I think this is correct. No, the correct one is here. Okay, that's the correct one. For the rest of the level 1, I don't have anything else to explain because that's everything was explained before. Because you're gonna using all the strategy you're explained with the base game. Realmente no voy a explicar muchas cosas ya más en este punto porque ya se explicó todo lo importante que ocurre en el nivel. Más bien la intro stage no se explica mucho porque es la intro, no tengo nada más que enseñar. Más bien ahora copiar, pegar y ustedes van aprendiendo. Oh, but of course, this is important. Oh, okay, the game, I don't have my... Thank you. You really want to take this. Seriously, you really want to take this. Don't skip this save point. No hagan skip hasta save point. Es un crimen hacerlo. De hecho, van a perder mucho tiempo si le hacen skip. Por favor, no lo hagan. Ok, this is a slow movement. Esto seguirá siendo movilidad. Por lo mismo. Realmente, como ven, esperando explicar, no hay nada más que explicar aquí. Okay, this is the second part of the dungeon, and of course we're gonna change to this. This is the normal gameplay. Esto simplemente es el juego normal. No estoy como metiéndole nada nuevo ni cosas por el estilo. Esto es como lo único interesante. This is the only interesting part. You really want to do this like this because you're gonna skip everything on the dungeon. Realmente lo quieres hacer de esa manera porque vas a hacer un skip completo al dungeon. No vamos a jugar nada de él. Here, this is another mini fight, and the important part here is trying to use one time a counter, because the counter is a really useful tool here. Of course, if you have the opportunity to use it 3 times, it's perfect, but with just one, it's enough. Esta pelea te permite hacer varios counters. De hecho, como que lo recomendable es que te salgan 3 counters porque hacen mucho daño a este enemigo. Pero si te sale uno, es más que suficiente. Just remember, you're gonna watching every single time I input, so you don't have any problem with that. As you can see, I did a lot of damage just with one, but of course, if I have 2, for example, it's gonna be more fast than this. Si hubiera tenido, por ejemplo, 2 counters, habría sido mucho más rápido que esto. Mucho más rápido, totalmente. So, this is time for Sophia. This is important because we're gonna enter, and immediately I'm gonna using the shortcuts again. So this time I'm not gonna enter anymore in this menu again. Because I did my counters. I mean my shortcuts. Esto es importante porque realmente esta es la única vez que tú vas a entrar a este menú. Y realmente lo quieres hacer así porque no quieres volver a él. Ahora ya estoy listo. Ya no tengo nada más que hacer aquí. Ahora simplemente es como termina el nivel. Simplemente termina el nivel. Ahora como ven, puedo poner más cosas. Puedo incluso ser más... jugar más cómodo. Es decir, ya no tengo que estar como tan rígido en algunos puntos. Now it's time for Fred. Fred is important in the game. Of course, our mascot, the best frog ever. Okay, I mean that's enemy. It's not a figure. Thank you. That's perfect. Nice. We're gonna using this and immediately. And now it's time to overhit Sophia. This is an important stuff because you have 2 states here. You have a half overhit and a complete overhit. With a half overhit, you're gonna regenerate a little bit faster your supplies, and you're gonna obtain an extra damage, but a little bit. But if you're double overhit, you're gonna always have 1 HP. So we really want to have 1 HP here because we're gonna die immediately against Kane, because this is the faster way to escaping this fight. Existen 2 estados de sobrecalentamiento en este juego. El primero es como el sobrecalentamiento y medio, es decir que algo se sobrecalentó, ya sea tu arma principal o la secundaria. Cuando eso pasa, la arma que no está sobrecalentada va a ganar un poco más de daño y vas a poder recargar un poco más tus recursos. Pero si sobrecalentamos las dos, vamos a provocar un estado adverso, es decir que vamos a tener siempre 1 de HP. Y esto es útil porque nosotros queremos morir acá. Esta pelea es bastante larga y contra Kane realmente la forma más rápida de salir es dejándonos morir. Something like this. So this is the half overhit. And now we're gonna enter to the full overhit. And that's it, immediately. So that's it, that's the intro stage. You're gonna escape and you're gonna start the game. Okay, now it's time for the first part. Kane's gonna give you the floating ability. Kane's gonna give you this, the hover. The hover is kinda tricky sometimes because you really want to use it, but at the same time you don't really want to abuse it. Because on Blessed Master Zero 2, of course, you have the Gaia system, so you can recover your SP. But here, you don't really want to abuse it because it's kinda bad to recover with the hover. To remember, the game have a different property. Like how much high you have is how much SP you're gonna recover. But of course, if you're doing with the recover, the how much SP you're gonna recover is less than, of course, if you're doing a wall jump and then you're gonna fall, for example. El hover o la habilidad que nos permite flotar es la que nos da Kane ahora. Esto es importante porque esta habilidad, si bien es buena, porque nos permite movernos bien, no queremos sobreexplotarla mucho. Pasa que si la sobreexplotamos demasiado vamos a perder mucho tiempo porque vamos a intentar recuperar nuestro recurso, pero al mismo tiempo no queremos recuperarnos mucha energía con esta porque la cantidad de SP que nosotros podemos recuperar es dependiente a cuánta altura nosotros tengamos, pero si nuestra altura completa depende del hover, nuestra cantidad de SP que recuperamos es menor a la habitual. So right now it's just speed, o sea, just movement. Esto es solo movilidad hasta la entrada del primer dungeon. Now it's just movement, just normally, you don't have any problem. You're gonna move it and enter. Esto es solamente movilidad, tú vas a entrar y ahora vas a hacer esto. So here, you're gonna using a lot right now your extended dashes right now is gonna be the best tool ever. Things like this, for example. You're gonna wait a little bit. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So as you can see, it's really easy to use the trick. ¿Es realmente fácil usar el truco? No hay mucha ciencia detrás de esto. Me equivoqué. Ya, pero no importa. If you miss around, I think, 1 or 2, you have this backup. But of course, I don't really recommend like using these two because you're gonna lose a little bit of time. So if you have something like this, it's perfect. This is just gonna give you an extra range, and this is the final attack boost. Si tú pierdes un poco como yo acabo de perder por esa caída estúpida, realmente se recomienda solamente recoger uno de esos power-ups porque vas a perder mucho tiempo. Pero si tú llegas a este punto, es decir, a este cuadrito que estoy apuntando, este es el último que te va a dar daño. Este es último da rango, pero realmente no lo vamos a necesitar por ahora. So this is the If Cone. Estos son los planes de If. Estos son realmente fáciles. Como nosotros tenemos este shortcut, vamos a hacer esto. So you're gonna move in here. So you're gonna wait in here normally. That's pretty it. Like you're gonna do it in this now. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. I'm matching because that's the last one. And you're gonna wait in here. Cuando terminen esa pelea, aguanten en esa posición porque va a estar el ítem inmediatamente. Ahora nosotros vamos a obtener la parte divertida porque ahora tenemos el counter que realmente queremos para todas las peleas, que es el rushing attack. Y ese nos va a entretener bastante. Now we have the rushing counter, so this is gonna be really interesting. We're gonna go back immediately and we're gonna matching start, and then we're gonna change to do this. Of course, you can do it like this or this, for example. But for me, I'm like memory muscle doing this. Of course, that's the correct way. So we're gonna stay in here, and now we have this homing attack. And this is important because this attack is gonna be really, really useful right now during the whole run. So keep in mind that. Esto va a ser importante porque esta arma es bastante útil durante toda la round, aunque no lo crean, es una arma super útil. Now we really want to overhit our SP. Ahora vamos a querer hacer un overhit a propósito, intencional, porque para el siguiente jefe queremos tener obviamente todos nuestros recursos y es importante. So don't try to speed up because you really want to wait your SP. Of course, here we have two difference. For example, Gangi T, a Japanese runner, plays this fight only using the G Crusher. but it's kind of a little bit trouble because this specific boss, if you miss something, you're gonna double overhit and you're gonna die immediately. So I recommend to using like this. So this setup is a really safety one and you don't have any problem to deal with the boss. Gangitsi, un runner japonés, ocupa el G-Crusher mejorado, que sería esta arma mejorada. Yo tengo un problema con esa strat porque actualmente es muy risky. Hay muchas probabilidades de que tú mueras en esa strat. Entonces yo no recomiendo mucho usarla. No digo que sea mala, pero no la recomiendo mucho porque es muy arriesgada. Si bien creo que podría salvar, no sé, unos 2 o 3 segundos, no considero que sea worth it. No vale la pena. Si es que me deja en situaciones muy arriesgadas. So this fight is gonna be matchy. So you're gonna matching a lot. I'm not gonna explain everything because this is the fight. Something like that. So you're gonna use your Decroucher. So you're gonna keep matching, and that's it because you don't have more resources. So you're gonna end it with the other gun. Pretty much that's it. Y realmente eso es, simplemente machar, veo que mis recursos bajan, no voy a seguir utilizando mi otro recurso para el double overhit, así que voy a detenerme y voy a inmediatamente partir para el otro. Ok, this is now the fun part of the game. Esta es la parte divertida del juego porque ahora vamos a entrar al mundo de los BRB. Para que se entienda, todos los BRB son los portales interdimensionales que tiene el juego. To understanding, the BRB are the portal of the game, the important mechanic of the game. So here we're gonna start with this mechanic. I'm not gonna use the counter right now because I don't really want to waste the time, and of course I really want to show you the correct way to use it. Okay, I'm gonna take this because it's important. Now we're gonna start with this. This is the BRB portal. This is important because we discovered a lot with Dracheseele, and we discovered the requirement to beat the game with the true ending is you don't need to travel so much with the portals. You need to use the portals. The game recognizes when you have, I don't know, 62, 63, something like that. When you're using 62 or 63 times the portals, you have locked on a second ring in your menu, and you have the opportunity to obtain the true ending requirement. So that's really important. This route have the exact account of how many you need. You don't have more, you don't have less. So keep in mind that. Ahora vamos a entrar a la mecánica importante de este juego, los portales BRB. Los portales BRB son importantes porque estos portales como tal son el requerimiento principal para que nosotros desbloqueemos el final verdadero. Creo que son aproximadamente 62, 63 los que necesitas. No son más, no son menos. En esta ruta está la cantidad exacta. De hecho, cuando tú vas a vencer al último jefe, es exactamente ese portal el que te da el último. Está contado hasta ese punto. Entonces, nosotros vamos a considerar entrar y salir a portales en algunos casos. So, this is our first portal. This is one. We're gonna move in here. Of course, some part of the game you don't have the skip text. I mean, like, for example, here you need to matching. And we're gonna start here. Okay, this is an awful part. The VRB portals, you have the interdimensional space, this map, and some part of this interdimensional space are RNG. For example, this part are RNG right now. I don't know the current route for this. Like, I'm gonna enter and I don't know I don't have any idea how many rooms are gonna need to travel to end this here. I don't know. Just keep in mind this is always RNG. In some parts you can manipulate some parts because, for example, on area 3 in area 2. No, that's correct. In area 3, you have one dungeon and you're always gonna move to the right. And you have always the correct way to finish this, but of course you have a less dungeon you can do that. Not in everyone you can do this trick. Aquí estamos recién en el portal interdimensional. Esto es importante porque esto siempre es RNG. Yo no sé cómo va a ser abajo, nunca lo sé. Entonces siempre vamos a estar navegando y siempre vamos a estar intentando como hacerlo de la manera más óptima, pero al mismo tiempo como bastante incómodo porque al ser RNG yo no tengo idea de qué es lo que necesito para pasar esto o no. O sea, por ejemplo, este fue largo. For example, this is a better RNG because I have 3 rooms. Usually I really want to have 2 rooms, but of course this is a decent RNG, like, okay, 3. Sometimes you have 4 or 5. But of course the best RNG is just 2 rooms, like down. Yeah, it's 2. It's like down, up. And that's it. Immediately. Okay, so we're gonna go out, and now this is a really tricky part, because here this is another portal, and you think, hey, but you're entered to the other way, and this is your exit. Wrong. This is my exit, but in the same time, this is another entry, so this is another portal. So if I'm doing this, that's my count. I have 2 BRB portals instead of 1. Lo que acabo de explicar es que todas las personas creen como, oye, pero este es otro portal. No, pero este portal no cuenta porque es tu salida. Tú entraste por un lado y saliste por este. Entonces este no cuenta. Esa respuesta es totalmente errónea porque que sea una salida no quiere decir que no sea un portal. El juego reconoce como la condición de True Ending portales únicos. Es decir, independiente que yo salga por ese portal, si yo nunca entré por él, cuenta como uno nuevo. Así que actualmente yo ya tengo 2 portales. Eso es importante tenerlo en cuenta. So now we're gonna move into this part. And this is normal gameplay. Esto va a ser gameplay normal, no hay mucho que explicar realmente porque ahora es netamente movilidad y vamos a seguir avanzando en el juego común y corriente. Así que no voy a explicar mucho como tal. De hecho voy a hacer un save de emergencia porque podría morir, aunque lo dudo realmente. So this is on another portal, so 3 times. I'm gonna skip the text. I'm gonna do this. This is of course your backup if you're low of SP or an HP. It's a really good backup. Eso es un muy buen backup que tú puedes usar en este punto porque ya podrías tener algunos recursos un poco reducidos. Vamos. Eso simplemente sabérselo. That's only just knowing about this. Now it's time for the boss dungeon. Of course, this is the same as the other one, RNG. Okay, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do it immediately. Doesn't matter your damage and you don't really want to take this that resources because are not worth it. Realmente no me importa el daño, de hecho el daño como que estoy súper poco interesado en este momento de lo que acabo de recibir, porque ahora yo voy a empezar a concentrarme en los recursos que yo quiero. Así que this is normal gameplay again. BRB, so I don't know which thing I need to do, and I don't really want to kill anything, so I really want to move it and then escape the faster as I could. Realmente yo quiero escapar lo más rápido que pueda. De hecho este RNG es super malo. Terminé. No, weón, cacha, super malo. De hecho ni siquiera terminaba. You need to always be warned for this enemy. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Now again. Portal. Thank you. I just seen again the 2 portals. And now it's time for the interesting part. This is on a fight. I did the quick kill on a YouTube video when we have the demo. But of course, I need to check the name of this members of the community. Okay, TouyaShiro, another member of the Blaster Master Zero community, discovered the way to use correctly the counter, and that's the current quick kill, like a mixing of my matching and ideas of how many weapons you need to use, and his counter with the timing. Ahora vamos a hacer una quick kill. Esta quick kill como tal queremos hacerla con el counter que hemos dicho anteriormente. So now it's time to use it, the best weapon of the game, and this is the way to use it. As you can see, I'm counter him, so I don't have anything to worry about it, and I can counter him again. So that's really important, because this is the normal way to beat this boss. Esta es la forma normal de vencerlo, de hecho esta es como la forma más óptima que tú podrías hacerlo. Ni siquiera necesitas hacer 2 counters, de hecho podrías hacerlo en uno. Pero hay una manera que si yo hago un dash y después hago esto, podría incluso terminar acá al medio. Se puede. I'm gonna show you more times how to use the counter. So always someone have trouble to understand how to use it. I'm gonna do it a lot of times. Of course, you're gonna watching the input, so you're gonna learn it without any problem. So the counter is using like this again. We're gonna waiting again. Look at how many damage I can deal just with the counter. I need to wait. Okay, again, again, and that's it. This is the way to use correctly the counter. Esa es la forma correcta de usar el counter. Ahora, solamente lo hice en función para que se entendiera cómo se debe ocupar la herramienta. No voy a obviamente a seguir haciéndolo infinitamente. Voy a hacer la pelea como debería ser. Look, I don't even need to use the counter again. Of course, it's always dependent on your matching. If your matching you think it's not good enough, you need to change it, because it's really hard to match in 3 buttons in the same time. It's really hard, even for me. I'm matching more using 1 button, the other 2 I just learn it, but it's really hard to do that. So I usually recommend using 2 or 3 counters if you have the opportunity, if you have some troubles with your matching, of course. Si tienen problemas con el macheo, macheo me refiero a apretar el botón rápido, realmente recomiendo que usen 2 o 3 veces el counter. No le veo mucha particularidad si es que no puedes machar a este nivel. De hecho, incluso hasta yo que le estoy explicando realmente es peludo. Es muy difícil machar con 3 botones. Tuve que practicar bastante. De hecho, muy incómodo machar con 3 botones cuando uno no entiende cómo hacerlo, porque machea y sale mal. Así que es buena forma de entrenamiento. So now we're gonna change a little bit, and this is important because we are gonna move in 1 weapon. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna wait here. And that's it. Of course, I have the same weapon in my shortcut, so I'm using the only thing I did in that part is just helping my matching. Like, okay, I have a really 1 finger good matching, but if I can help him, so why not? Lo único que hice fue como cambiar el arma y me estaba ayudando el macheo. De hecho, como no tenía, técnicamente no estaba usando ningún shortcut porque estaba usando la misma arma, lo único que estaba provocando era ayudarme a mí mismo con el macheo. This is the best weapon of the game, the multi-legs. Just admitted this is the best weapon, and this is the DNA. So we're ready, so we're gonna go out here because we don't need anymore. And I'm gonna change my weapon again. And we're gonna move in. So the multi-legs have this ability. If you have any enemy with multi-legs, they're gonna consider your friends. So you're not gonna have any trouble. Oh, thank you. Estas son la mejor arma de juego, las multilegs o multipatitas. La gracia de las multipatitas es de que nos permiten hacer amigos técnicamente con cualquier enemigo que sea de esta cualidad. Por ejemplo, no nos van a hacer daño, no nos van a hacer nada. Es importante tenerlo en cuenta porque no queremos perder tiempo en esto. De hecho, voy a dejarlo acá. No. Okay, now it's time for the second and of course mandatory SF part. We're gonna move in this for that resources, and then we're gonna use this portal again. The main reason we're gonna use in this time this portal because this is more faster than the normal dungeon. Solamente vamos a ocupar esta en este dungeon porque realmente este dungeon es muy lento normal. Bueno, no hagan este dungeon normal, es muy lento. No lo hagan, por favor no lo hagan. So we're gonna move it like this. We're gonna waiting. We're gonna wait in this enemy too. But of course I messed it up with my part. And again, so this is an ending, this is another entry, this is an ending. Esa es una salida, esta es otra entrada de nuevo y nuevamente es una salida. Esto es importante siempre tener en cuenta. So, text, we don't need it. Texto no lo necesitamos y ya estamos listos para poder entrar a nuestra siguiente misión, que sería ya el área 3. So, area 3, starting with multi-leg immediately. This is the best part to use it. Las multipatitas siempre va a ser la mejor herramienta acá. Realmente es la mejor herramienta acá. We're gonna start immediately with this. Okay, this is an electric weapon. Like, you're gonna use a little bit of thunders. But when you're gonna activate, you're gonna immediately move into the right because one of these giant blocks is gonna wait on us here. So one more. And if you're not moving to the right, you're gonna lose it. And of course, you don't really want to activate again. Esta parte nos permite activar electricidad. Es importante movernos a la derecha al mismo tiempo que lo activamos porque va a haber otro de estos bloques gigantes esperándonos. Y si no lo hacemos, nosotros vamos a perder tiempo. De hecho, es así. And that's it. Just keep in mind that if you're moving to the left, for example, you're gonna lose in one cycle and you need to wait again for this. Okay. Now, normal gameplay again. Activate, immediately go back, and then keep moving. Simplemente esto es el gameplay normal del juego, ya no voy a explicar muchas cosas hasta cuando lleguemos a cierto punto. Okay, this is a little skip. Like this enemy, you can skip it. With good matching, of course. And you really want to take this. Esto realmente lo quieres tomar. Realmente quieres tomar este teléfono. Es importante. Normal gameplay, again. We're gonna use another BRB portal. Esto era un normal gameplay, vamos a usar otro BRB, y esto es importante. Now we have the Dark Room. If you was an runner, this is the same as the Messenger Dark Room, for example. But this is a little short one, and it's not even worth it learning in the dark because, I don't know, it's just 1 second to activate one and that's it. So I'm not recommended. Realmente no lo recomiendo hacer oscura, solo activen este y ya está. No necesitan más de uno. De hecho, con ese ya están listos. Entonces, si vienen por ejemplo de otros speedrun como de Messenger, en este juego sí vale la pena porque son varias cosas las que hay que hacer y es bastante largo, pero acá realmente es corto. Entonces no le veo la utilidad a esto. No le veo una utilidad muy alta, que digamos. So now it's time for the new upgrade. And here we're gonna change it to this weapon. Vamos al tiro a utilizar la arma eléctrica. De hecho, no la vamos a cambiar hasta cuando terminemos este dungeon. Gracias. No vamos a cambiar esta arma hasta cuando terminemos esto porque realmente no lo necesitamos. No necesitamos ningún cambio, no necesitamos nada. Simplemente mantener el arma que estamos utilizando. We're not gonna change our weapon because you don't really need it. Like, why you're gonna change this? Because this is everything you really need. So we're gonna still keeping our weapon for now. Vamos a mantener nuestra arma y vamos a destruir estos enemigos que son bastante fáciles de matar. Ahora recién vamos a hacer un cambio y vamos a empezar a utilizar ya la artillería de todos los botones. Another portal, so we're gonna still continue. And we're gonna wait again. And this is the dungeon I told before. You can manipulate, so you're gonna be always moving like this. The only reason is because this dungeon don't have so much RNG, to be honest. Just the other ones have RNG, but for this one it's not. This is just the exception of the rule. Como expliqué anteriormente, todos los dungeons de tipo BRB, o sea, los portales interdimensionales, son RNG, pero específicamente este no. Este siempre tú quieres moverte hacia la derecha y de hecho después subir y terminaste el dungeon, da lo mismo. Solamente en este podemos sacarnos la excepción a la regla. This boss is just per lucky. The quick of this boss is just per lucky because you really need to use only 2 times the counter, but of course you need to use 1 time in the counter any of the bosses you're really close to, and the other one you really like to counter the tango. So it's kinda tricky to do that. La quick kill de este jefe se basa en hacer 2 counters. Uno es que te acerques normalmente y el otro es con el reflect, pero con el reflect la única forma de hacerlo es de que el enemigo te lance la lengua. Entonces va a ser un poco molesta hacer esta pelea. So we're gonna wait here. Okay, that's a really good RNG. And that's it. That's the really thing you really need to do. Is just matching, counter, 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 and that's it. Realmente solamente quieres hacer esto. Quieres encontrar un enemigo, hacer un counter, otro counter, otro counter, otro counter y marchar. Y con eso ya terminaste. Multilegs, best weapon of the game. So now, imagine this. It's like, okay, we have the power up, so we're gonna move into the normal route. This is gonna be better for us because we're not gonna lose time for an extra weapon. The true answer is no. The next boss is Adminator, and Adminator is, if you really need an honest word, is the mother boss of the game. To be honest, is that. It's just the mother of the game. This boss sucks a lot, and of course, you have an weapon here, an anti-SF. And that weapon is the counter of that boss, and it's gonna be useful because, of course, this game have a boss rush. You're gonna read here, so we're gonna obtain that power up here. Para los que se preguntan, todos dirían como ya, sacamos el power up, entonces podemos avanzar normalmente como lo deberíamos hacer en la ruta normal. Eso está mal porque hay un boss que se llama Adminator, y Adminator es un boss que es demasiado cabrón, es un boss muy desagradable, un hijo de la remil. Y al tener esa condición es un boss que nos va a hacer perder mucho tiempo. Afortunadamente, para nosotros ese boss tiene un counter que es el anti-SF. Y el anti-SF se obtiene acá. Entonces vamos inmediatamente a sacarlo. So this is gonna be normal gameplay, but of course we're gonna change a little bit just for this because we really need it. We're gonna do an overhit. Okay, here's an individual wall, but I'm not watching it, so I'm not gonna risk myself. Acá va a haber un portal dividido. El portal dividido son estos portales interdimensionales, pero como realmente no quiero sacrificarme en esto, voy a esperar y voy a perder mi turno acá. We're gonna do an overhit again, and we're gonna recover this. New portal. Okay, Dracheseele, for example, have this fight with these two weapons, and I don't think it's worth enough. This is the correct way because the coming attack gonna help you a lot. Yo creo que Dracheseele, cuando sacó esta pelea, lo hizo con la habilidad eléctrica. Si bien la habilidad eléctrica hace mucho daño, es muy dependiente de ciertas cosas. Entonces realmente nosotros no queremos depender de RNG, queremos hacerlo consistente. Y obviamente, and obviously, this boss sucks too. And of course, I have a problem here, so we're gonna use this. This is gonna be really helpful. To be honest, it's a really good weapon. So it's time to do this, and now this is the second boss, the second part of the boss. So this is really easy one. You don't have so much trouble with this. Go back here. Okay, you need to move up. Thank you. And I think that's it. Yeah. Realmente esta es la pelea. No hay nada más que explicar. De verdad, no hay nada más que explicar. No me intenten así como preguntar. ¿Podemos hacer algo más? No, esta es toda la pelea. No estoy bromeando. It's just for my muscle memory. I don't remember if I do that. But this is not an extra con if I did before. So we have the correct weapon. Así que ahora, como tenemos la arma correcta, vamos a avanzar y ahora sí vamos a continuar con el nivel como debería ser. So now it's time to moving on to the stage, and now we're gonna play the correct part of the game. So we're gonna continue with Area 3. There's gonna be a few rooms and then the boss battle. But of course, the boss battle is not gonna be really hard with the new weapon. That's the good news. Oh, okay. And you know what? I really want my SP this time. So, wait, what? I don't know about that. Okay, another, and this is normal gameplay again. Esto va a ser un gameplay normal, solamente movilidad y saber desenvolverse en la situación. Realmente, como dije, voy a ocupar esta guía para explicar la ruta, pero si hay cosas que son muy obvias, no lo voy a hacer. No creo que van a querer como tener que alargar, extender el video a partes que obviamente no son necesarias. I'm just gonna explain the necessary or mandatory parts. I don't think it's gonna be necessary to explain everything if you don't really need it. So now we're gonna move in, another enter exit, save, and if you have some trouble with your HP, you have this refill, and for is free. So why not take it? Si ustedes tienen como problemas con sus recursos actuales, siempre tienen ese backup y por lo que veo es súper obvio. Entonces no le veo la lógica de abandonarlo si es que está en ese punto. This part, for example, this is not a really big trouble to do this in dark because it's really easy and obvious. Okay, it's here. But now enter exit, and this is another port. So we're gonna move in this, activate, and move. Simplemente lo único que vamos a hacer es como normal gameplay, vamos a activar esos puntos, si es necesario hacerlo o no, y vamos a seguir avanzando con la misión por la que andamos actualmente. The overheat, of course, was on purpose. I really need some resources now. I think it's pretty much it. So this is Dominator, the worst boss in the game. Este es Dominator, el peor jefe del juego. One. Okay, for example, that's a really bad RNG because I don't have my resources for another weapon. And now this is gonna be the trouble. This is the major problem with Dominator. If you don't have the resources, you need to wait a little bit and then magic. And that's pretty much it. Este jefe realmente, como se mostró en pantalla, es simplemente tener el recurso correcto, gastar lo mayor posible el anti-SF y se acabó. No hay nada más que hacer con este jefe. Si lo hacen de la otra manera, es decir, vamos a omitir esta arma, van a sufrir mucho, créanme. Yo cuando partí jugando esto hice esa estupidez y sufrí mucho. So now we're gonna go back to the beginning of the stage. We're gonna move into one of the areas we're not explored. Because we have the key item right now. Ahora realmente nos vamos a mover al área que no visitamos antes y eso es debido a porque no teníamos la llave para poder hacerlo, pero ahora que ya estamos listos podemos avanzar a ese punto. Okay, now it's time for the space. I need to check something, so give me a second. I need to check my notes a little bit just to refresh something. I think this. No. Okay, why? Okay, give me a second. I need to recheck just one part. I need to remember if I'm doing or not this SF. Okay, it's here. But what it really is because it's like checking 1 second and that's it. Realmente quiero revisar solo una parte. Si es que hice esta parte de la sección del nivel. Creo que no lo hice. Estoy 100% seguro que no lo hice. Entonces quiero solamente revisar si es que pasó o no. Pero por lo que estoy revisando, no lo hice. No, me lo salté entero. Ya, nada, entonces yo lo correcto, no hay que hacerlo. Okay, just I need to check that part. I think everything's fine. Okay. So we're talking about before how much BRB portals we need. So to be honest, you don't need this one, so you're gonna skip it. Lo que estaba revisando en este punto era saber si efectivamente necesitábamos los portales BRB. En este caso no se va a hacer este dungeon porque no lo necesitas. No es necesario en la ruta actual. Así que vamos a omitirlo. Y este portal no lo vamos a tomar. No, realmente no lo queremos porque vamos a volver más adelante. We're not gonna take that portal because we're gonna wait in here. Of course, you can do the same kill as I did before in the intro stage, but you have this one. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it. Realmente no creo que tengan que hacer muchas cosas. Sí, esta pelea yo creo que se explicó solo, solo con esto. Obtuvimos ahora la mejor subweapon del juego. Así que yo creo que nadie puede decir que no es la mejor. We're gonna obtain right now the best weapon of the game. This is important because we're gonna use it a lot. And now it's time for a fun part. We're gonna meet Jessica, and Jessica, she's gonna help us a lot with different supplies. She's gonna help us a lot with different supplies, and of course, she's gonna giving us some power-ups too. Ahora nos vamos a encontrar con Jessica. Jessica nos va a ayudar y nos va a dar diferentes recursos. Al mismo tiempo nos va a ser muy útil durante la aventura. Y sí, el volumen porque estaban diciendo como ya necesitaban mucho. Llegó el momento. This is just one note. For example, Gangi T is not gonna take that power, but I think it's not even worth it. It's a really good one, so why not to take it? Just that one. The rest is sucks. The rest sucks. So just taking the SP power up and moving out. This is gonna be right now. Go back to the Sophia, and we have a new power up, the dashing ability, the Aqua Chief. The Aqua Chief is from Adreya, and if you don't remember, Adreya was the tank used Eevee on Eve, sorry, on Planet G, the true ending on Blaster Master Zero 2. So that's a really good tool, and you can do this. So that's pretty much it, and of course I don't have enough SP, why not take it? I'm gonna use it. And now it's time for the space part. The space part is a really long labyrinth, so I'm not gonna explain so much this part because it's just movement, but I'm gonna explain why I'm taking so different routes than the others. For example, this is the first portal. We are not gonna take in this. No lo vamos a tomar porque eso nos devuelve. Realmente eso nos va a hacer perder tiempo. So we're gonna move up. We're gonna moving up here. Up again. Then we're gonna move in there. And here is a little curious part. Because normally you're gonna move in down because this is the faster way to finish the dungeon. But instead we're gonna take in this because we need some BRB portals. Like that. Okay. And we're gonna add 2 or 3 screens, and I don't think it's so much compared to not using it. Of course, we're not gonna take in this because that is really bad. We're gonna change it to this weapon because this is important right now. Realmente acá no voy a explicar mucho en español. Lo que estaba explicando más bien en inglés es más bien solamente los portales que hemos estado utilizando. No son muchos realmente. Y solamente copien y pegan esta ruta. Porque es como la que más van a necesitar. Más que nada hacerse esta ruta por los portales. Como realmente no quiero, por así decirlo, salvar mucho tiempo. O sea, no es que no quiera salvarlo. No pierdo mucho tiempo haciendo esto. Entonces, por ese motivo no considero que esta ruta sea una mala idea. So we're gonna wait here. And finally, we're gonna change to this. Now, this dungeon, this is a tricky one, and you're gonna start immediately with the whip, because this is gonna be the mandatory weapon. And this is just copy-paste. Este dungeon es un poco engañoso, tiene algunas cosas bastante rebuscadas, por así decirlo. Y es importante tenerlo en cuenta. Vamos a utilizar el látigo para resolverlo. And now this is the correct way to do this. So we're gonna wait here. Okay, I missed my super dash. Okay, everything is fine, and now we're gonna be seeing a lot of this. So normal movement, thank you, thank you a lot. And we're gonna change to this. Lo que vamos a hacer es con un poco de movilidad y un poco de látigo. Ahora vamos a resolver este dungeon. Now, again, this is completely RNG. Esto realmente es completamente RNG, así que voy a intentar resolverlo lo mejor posible. Ojalá que no se ponga desagradable. Okay, for example, this is a bad RNG because I'm on the end, so I need to go back and move into the other part. But of course, I don't have not enough HP, so that adds an intel's dead. That's the problem with this game. You sometimes have bad opportunities, and you need to consider that on your runs. Of course, I'm not watching this. I'm not really care so much because this is a guide. But of course, on a specific route, I'm just waiting a little bit and doing other stuff. So we're gonna repeat everything. Think this time I'm gonna be correctly? Okay, thank you. Gonna move in this. Thank you. Aunque no lo crean, esta parte es bastante desafiante. If you don't believe me, this part is really challenging sometimes, because you can die easily here. So now, this is the funny part. I died before. If you think, okay, you know the Coronado RNG, right? And insert Anakin with Leia meme, and you know the RNG, right? The answer is no. The RNG is always changes. So if you go out and enter, you have another RNG. And if you look at this is different than before. Acá lo interesante de este juego, el RNG siempre cambia. Entonces, como yo morí, me hizo volver y me dijo como, entonces sabes el RNG, ¿verdad? Y sale el meme de Anakin con Leia y te sale Leia de nuevo, entonces te sabes el RNG, ¿verdad? Y la respuesta es no, me lo volvió a cambiar, entonces me va a dar otro RNG y este se ve. Okay, that's funny. That's a really easy one instead of the other. Este fue como el más fácil que pude obtener. Bueno, me sabía la RNG, pues. No voy a decir nada, pues me sabía la RNG. This fight, okay. This one is kinda tricky, and I'm not gonna explain so much here because I resolved some part with just matching, so it's just prefer watching this part and try to replicate the same. Because you really want to matching a lot and using the counters. That's the only thing. The counter of this boss fight is using an extra counter, and we don't have that upgrade on this run. Acá es como volver a pegar. Realmente la debilidad de este jefe la atacamos en otro dungeon, pero no lo vamos a hacer en esta ruta. We're gonna wait here, counter again. Look at the HP right now, it's really good for us. And that's it. So mostly you really want to use the counter and beat the boss. Realmente ustedes quieren hacer esto, es muy fácil. Que no lo crean, es muy fácil y es muy cómodo para cualquier runner. Now, if you remember, I set up my weapons before the fight, so you really want to do this. And that's it. It's a really easy fight, so I'm not gonna play really, just doing the same, it's really easy. Realmente no lo voy a explicar porque se mostró como demasiado fácil, entonces realmente es así la pelea, es simplemente dos golpes normales en el ciclo, después cambiar a tu arma eléctrica y se acabó, no hay nada más que hacer, no, realmente, no es mentira, es simplemente esa es la pelea. So now it's time to moving on to the next area, Stranga. So for the Stranga, you really want to move it normally, like this for example, and you're gonna use this portal. And of course, you're having this one too. This is, I think, 2 or 3 seconds slow than the optimal route for any percent. But of course, you just remember, I'm using this route just because I need the BRB portals. Esta ruta es como un pelito más lenta de lo habitual, pero es solamente porque yo quiero los portales de BRB. Yo los quiero, entonces como los necesito, yo hago esta ruta. Okay, that's an important stuff because I did a super dash And the way to use the super dash is using your aqua shift and in the same time jumping. But you need to be always on neutral. You don't need to use any input, any movement input. And if you don't want input, you're gonna lose all your momentum. So this is really important because here we're gonna use it a lot. Lo que acabo de hacer es como un super dash. Para hacer esto simplemente tienen que usar el aqua shift, que es el dash, junto con tu input de salto. Y cuando lo hagan van a obtener una velocidad y un momentum muy alto. Obviamente este momentum depende netamente de que ustedes no apreten ningún input. Si ustedes apretan un input van a perder ese momentum inmediatamente. So now is again normal gameplay. But of course we have our super dash and we can move in a little bit faster than the usual. So now it's really good to have an overheat here because you're gonna recover a little bit on the way to mid canna. So that's important. I'm gonna take this because why not? Realmente tú quieres hacer un overheat en la parte que yo lo hice porque como tú recuperas ahora tus recursos, no le veo la necesidad de decirle como no quiero hacerlo ahora, hacerlo después. Oh. Okay, we're gonna wait a little bit here. And another one. And now is a fun part because we have a canna trap and we're gonna do a little dungeons here. So these dungeons are specials because we're gonna use right now the EX Shredder. An EX Shredder is this. And just keep in mind, if you don't think this is really good, you're really wrong. The range of the EX, you have something like this, for example, and your range extend your normal counter. So your rushing attack, for example, your rushing attack, this is your hitbox for your rushing attack. But with the EX, your hitbox is something like this. So you can do counters beyond your imaginations, and of course, it's really useful because you have an extra output damage and in the same time an extra range to the counters. And that's gonna be the clue to beat this boss. This specific boss is this is the counter for that boss. So, lo que acabo de explicar es que ahora tenemos la mejor arma, la subweapon del juego. Esta subweapon es importante porque lo que nos va a dar, aparte de todos los beneficios que tiene como arma, nos va a entregar, aparte de un daño extra, nos extiende la caja para uno de los counters. Entonces, como nos extiende la caja, ahora ya no necesitamos hacer mucho trabajo para algunas cosas. And of course, Black Hole sucks. Mira, es un Black Hole sucks. So we're not gonna do this, we're gonna wait and moving on. Just take it, why not? And now we're not gonna do the intended way. We're gonna do this. No vamos a hacer la forma intencionada del juego, vamos a hacer realmente esto y se acabó. That's a Gangi T strat, of course. Esa es una estrategia que Gangi descubrió mientras estaba probando el juego. Oh, es un poquito lento. Yeah, it is a little bit slower than I think. Okay, but everything is fine. We have this, we have this, and that's it. That's pretty much it here. We're gonna do the same in every single dungeon. En todos los dungeons vamos a intentar hacer lo mismo ahora porque no necesitamos muchas cosas que digamos, yo me equivoqué porque perdí mi counter, o sea, me refiero, perdí mi SP para poder hacerlo. And now it's time for another upgrade. This is gonna be an HP upgrade. So it's time to keep moving. Not overheat, because you really need it right now. If you really want to overheat, overheat now. Oh, sorry. Now it's a good part to overhit. You really want to kill these guys because it's gonna be always annoying, and then it's just for the internet way. Realmente quieres matar a esos enemigos porque son molestos, y ahora venimos a la parte en donde tenemos que hacer todo de manera como los desarrolladores quieren que lo hagamos. So this is gonna be the last dungeon of the traps, and this is gonna be the Rockhawk boss. And Rockhawk actually have a different ways to do the boss fight. Oh, wait a little bit. Okay, we're gonna recover a little bit. Give me that again. Then can you dash into the flow power then for the wall? You can, but in the same time, you don't really want to because it's kinda risky. I need to check a lot. I need to test that part, but I think you can, but I'm not really sure. And of course, the problem is not the flower; it's just the other part. This part. That's the problem. You can pass this even with the dash. That's the problem of that. Okay, now it's time for. This is gonna be the last part. Okay, nice. Now it's time for the boss fight, the Rockhawk boss fight. Oh, I messed it up a little bit, but okay, it's not a really big deal. And now I'm gonna take in this. The only reason is because I need that supply. And I need this too. Okay, now it's time for Rockhawk. And Rockhawk is just like the other. You really need to use your counters a lot. And don't you think the weakness are the best way to beat this boss? Because seriously, the counter is gonna destroy him even before he tried to moving out. Instead of needing to go all the way around, maybe your idea is the right way, but to be honest, I not tested before, so I need to check it out. Of course, I'm gonna check it out when I finish this. I'm gonna try your idea and try to check it out if this is possible or not, because it's a really good theory, like using your super dash and then try to pass away. Nice. That's a good part. I really love it when you're working with a lot of runners, because when you have a lot of doves or you're not testing something, it's like, okay, no, don't worry, I'm gonna test that and then I'm gonna tell you if it is working or not. Like team working. Ahora viene la pelea con Rockhawk. Esta pelea es un poco engañosa. Mucha gente cree que realmente se necesita hacer la quick kill con la debilidad de los jefes. Y para esta respuesta yo digo que es no, hagan counter. So this is gonna be the fight. So you're gonna use an dash and immediately activate your shield, and you're gonna do this. Okay, okay. And that's the fight. Seriously, that's the fight. You don't need any more. Even the boss can escape from the screen. That's the important part here. Como vieron, ni siquiera te necesitó pasar esto. Realmente como que se le hizo se le hizo, no sé, 6 counter, 5 y se acabó. No hay más. Y machar bien. Esto es realmente útil porque las armas que le hacen counter realmente son lentas. Y el counter correcto de este jefe igual es un poco lento. O sea, realmente no queremos hacerlo. No, I hate this guy. This is a terror for every runner. This boss, everyone hates him a lot. And it's not a lie, everyone hates this boss. Survey boss. The problem with this boss is always tricky and you can die easily here. So this is another portal, of course. And now it's time for my good friend. So for my good friend, I'm really gonna use this setup. This is the correct setup, but of course, we're gonna do the same as the first fight. When I'm gonna load this, I'm gonna change my weapon and use the other one. Como dije, esta pelea es la más aterradora que tiene la categoría. Realmente no quieres hacer esta pelea si es que tienes algún miedo de algo. Y el problema principal es que si tú haces esto de la manera errónea, te va a matar inmediatamente. Este jefe castiga mucho. Así que hay que tener un poquito de cuidado en esta pelea. Y obviamente vamos a hacer lo mismo que hice en la primera pelea. Es decir, que cuando se me acaben mis recursos para el arma principal, vamos a cambiarla. Porque es un poco peligroso. Hopefully I'm not gonna die here. Okay, you son of a... The problem is that RNG is actually a really bad one. Okay, again. That RNG is a really bad one. That's the worst RNG possible. But of course, you can do this as a safety strat, and that's it. And of course, this other half the boss, this is the easy way to do that. I'm gonna show you why. Ahora ya pasaste la parte difícil. Este boss ahora es un amor al lado de lo que acaban de enfrentar. De hecho, este boss es como un chiste. Como que llegaste a un titán colosal y después pasaste un payaso. So, if you remember the Rock of Battle, you have this. Oops, okay. So that's it. It's not a lie. This fight is really easy. The only thing is make it easier is your EX Shredder because you're extended your hitbox. So that's why you're not gonna have any trouble here. El único motivo por el cual esa pelea en especial es fácil es porque tú estás extendiendo la caja del counter. Entonces como tú la extiendes mientras haces el counter, primero que todo eres invencible y segundo haces mucho daño. Entonces si tú tienes un buen macheo, tiro mis recursos rápidos, counter, mis recursos rápidos, counter, activo de nuevo el EX, recursos rápidos, counter, y así sucesivamente el jefe se vuelve muy fácil. Entonces no tienes muchos problemas. So now we finished Stranga and we're gonna move into the fourth area. And here we're gonna obtain another key item. Nosotros estamos volviendo porque ahora necesitamos otro ítem especial, otro ítem importante en la ruta. Ahora recién vamos a poder entrar al área prohibida. Y cuando entremos al área prohibida vamos a hacer ciertas cosas. So we're gonna receive the item. We're gonna receive an extra key to area 6. No, area 1, 2. Yeah, area 6 or 5, I think. And that's the forbidden area. Oh, really? Really? Okay, I just read that part. Thank you, Dracheseele. I'm gonna test it then later. Like, I really need to check it out and try to update this part if this is gonna be working or not. Maybe, of course, if that working, it's gonna be really useful to save more time than the usual. Okay. So except for that dev, of course, we're gonna continue with the forbidden area, and of course, to enter to the forbidden area, we need to do a revisit to area 1. And in this revisit, we're gonna do something extra too, and this is important. The extra part is going to be supplies, and of course these supplies, you're gonna know it, is gonna be BRB portals. So we're gonna start here, we're gonna enter. Go out. I just need to check something first, because I think I got an extra BRB and I never used it before. I mean the Stranga, the last BRB, I never used it before, I think, and if that's the case, I don't need to go back to this part, because you need one extra BRB portal if I'm not doing that. So I need to know if I did that before or not. Okay, I know that's the one BRB. So for now, that's it. You're not gonna take in the other normally useful, because for example, if you miss one, you have the opportunity to take one BRB extra there. But that's not the current decision. So that's not the situation. Sorry. You can move it normally. So now we're gonna move it here, and we're gonna take this BRB. And the main reason is because this is gonna be faster than the other part. So I don't really need this. Okay. So that's it for the revisit. Right now is just gonna play it normally. Ahora que ya hicimos todo lo que teníamos que hacer en la revisita, que es decir, sacar ese portal, ya estamos listos para continuar. Así que vamos a realmente hacer esto. Just a safety strat. We're gonna change it, of course, to the multi-legs, the best upgrade to the game. And we're gonna move normally here. Ahora es simplemente movilidad, es decir, hacer todo correctamente como se debería hacer. Okay. Thank you. I really want to overheat here and wait a little bit. Okay, we're gonna do this, of course. If I don't have the resources, is the best way. If you don't have the resources to keep moving it, just waiting a little bit. It's much better than trying to do a risky strat. Si realmente no tienes los recursos para poder seguir avanzando, weón, esperen un poco, no se apresuren. Realmente no salvan mucho tiempo si es que intentan hacerse así como el Rambo y queremos solucionarlo inmediatamente. Porque si vas sin los recursos necesarios, solamente lo que vas a provocar es una posible muerte. Y una posible muerte acá es mucha pérdida de tiempo. Ahora le pasó todo, hay que arreglarlo. Now it's time for the forbidden section, the area 6. Okay, forbidden section. Here is kinda tricky, and of course we're gonna do an extra dungeon because we need to take 3 extra BRB. So normally for this route you only need 3 more BRBs. So I think this is gonna be really worth it because this dungeon is, first of all, is really short, and second one, the supplies here are really good. So why not to take it? And it's really short because you're not gonna missing around or you're gonna move in too far to the normal route. So that's why I'm taking this. El motivo por el cual se toma este dungeon como tal es debido a que tú necesitas portales de BRB. Entonces como te faltan unos pequeños portales, tú lo tomas. Pero obviamente tú tomas este en específico debido a que como no quieres deteriorar mucho la ruta, realmente no la quieres deteriorar. Si quieres avanzar lo más posible, como esto está de camino, no le veo como el sentido de decir, oye, ¿sabes qué? No lo quiero esto, porque me quita mucho tiempo. Realmente yo creo que esta es como tu mejor inversión posible que podrías hacer. Oh, I mean, it's just 2. Of course, I'm not really care about it, because I have the pulse here, so why not? And I'm gonna take it. So now it's time to just go back and that's it. Now is and a risky part. I really hate this boss because this is RNG. This boss is RNG. This boss have a lot of different ways, but I'm gonna show you my way to do that. I think it's really safe. You don't have so much troubles to deal with him. Ahora voy a mostrar a este jefe. Realmente hay muchas maneras de resolverlo, pero siempre es muy arriesgado algunas soluciones, así que yo voy a mostrar la mía, que es un pelito más segura de lo habitual. Así que es muy útil considerar eso. We're gonna move in this. Damage. Okay. Oh, I need to move here. And that's it. You really want to be on one of these platforms, of course, have in front of you the boss, and then matching, and that's it. But of course, you have a problem if you use the G Crusher Plus. You're gonna lose all of your resources and you're gonna die immediately. If you use so much the sub weapon, you're the same. Or if you're using like the anti-SF, a really good range weapon, you're gonna have the same problem. So that's why I'm using the fight like this. And now it's important because we're gonna rule this like this. Because right now we have this extra ability, and this ability is actually really good. So that's really important. Esta habilidad nueva nos permite escalar. Es muy importante porque, como expliqué anteriormente, la cantidad de recursos que tú recuperas depende de la distancia que tú estés sobre el piso. Y como yo no estoy usando el hover, yo estoy ganando más altura. Now, you're thinking, okay, we're gonna move in here, we have a cutscene, and then we have it on our map, everything what we need, so we're gonna go back and then take the portal. No, take immediately the portal, because you don't need to trigger the cutscene to enter any of the bonuses. So we're gonna take this, and then we're gonna move into the areas. Of course, here's I have my information, so I'm gonna move into area 2, and then to the space, area 4. And then we're gonna go back to area 3, and the reason the area 3 is the last one is because the area 3 is gonna move into this part. So keep in mind, you can change like start with the space and then area 2, but you can start or using the second one, area 3, because you're gonna lose in that part. So right now we're gonna move into area 2, and we're gonna move in here. Game, please. Okay. So safety strat, why not? Because it's really close and you're not gonna lose him so much time. No, we're not gonna take in this for this time. Now we're gonna do an overkit, a purpose overkit. So we're gonna move in here. Esto overkit fue a propósito. Realmente tú quieres hacerlo a propósito porque vas a ganar muchos recursos en vez de perderlos. Y ahora vamos a hacer otro overkit a propósito. De hecho, ahora lo vamos a hacer inmediatamente. So now this is an on-purpose overkit, and we're gonna change to our homing attack. And this is important because the homing attack is gonna help us a lot. And we're gonna change to our G Crusher again. This is the correct way to do this quick kill, by the way. Ahora vamos a hacer una nueva quick kill. Vamos a mantener, obviamente, esta vez sí queremos hacer un overkit, queremos hacerlo. Porque queremos gastar todos nuestros recursos posibles. So we're gonna keep, of course, the sub-weapon button. Wait here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god, just a little bit. Okay, we can wait here. It's not a really big problem. Like it was so. When you have a good meme, always have me. Oh, why not? They have an opportunity to choose again. Whoops. No, but it's normal. The game always gives me this trouble. Sometimes it's not for runs, but of course here it's more than usual. So we're gonna do this again. Why not? But we're gonna wait for this. Normalmente esto puede pasar. Puede haber fallado en algún output del daño. Y lo más probable que falló fue gastar mucho el hover. The problem was the hover. I know. That's the problem. Oh, again? Okay, that sucks. 2 times missing the same thing is kinda unusual. But that's the way to do the boss. I'm just missing a little bit for my matching, but that's the normal way to do that. Solamente fallé por mi macheo, pero fue por un pelo. ¿Esta es la forma correcta de hacer ese jefe? ¿Realmente lo quieren hacer así? Pero sí, tiene su complicación entre medio, como pudieron ver en la pelea que acaba de pasar. Puede pasar esto. Es bastante normal. And of course, it's really good to have in that thing now, because this is gonna be more realistic than just having a good RNG and show you the guide with everything good. It's not something really realistic, so this is a really good thing to have here. So now we're gonna go back to area 4 and we're gonna go back here, because if you remember, we have this BRB portal, this little friend. So it's time to use it. Como recuerdan, yo dije cuando llegamos a esta área que no íbamos a tomar este portal, y es importante porque ahora sí podemos tomarlo. Entonces, como podemos ya tomarlo, vamos a hacer este dungeon inmediatamente. You remember, BRB. I think this is worth it. Okay, I don't have so much energy, so I need to take it. Realmente no tengo mucha vida, así que tengo que tomarlo. Él me lo está mandando, me está reclamando ya que dice como, oye, no tengo suficiente HP, así que hay que sacarlo. So now it's time for this. As for your health overheat, it's not a really big deal. Because right now we can wait here around. And then we're gonna go in. And then we're gonna go out and starting this part. So here it's like, okay, we're gonna go. Moving here. And don't use your bombs. Save it for this boss. And of course, you remember these little guys again. But now we have the EX shield, so it's gonna be useful for this fight. So this is really good. Right now we have everything. So we need something in the last part. So if you remember, we're gonna go back to area 3. And on area 3 we have the most challenging bosses in this part. No. I just thinking another idea, but no, it's not worth it. So we're gonna move in here. Yeah, that's the curve. So we're gonna use this. what the fuck? That's the first time having that thing. To be honest, that's the first part. That's never happened before. Okay, good drop, so I really need that HP. That's a really good drop. Yeah, something like that, yes, you're wrong. Okay, it's time to move in here. This is a funny part because right now we're gonna have a lot of trouble with these fights. Okay, really good drop. And we're gonna change to no here. Ah, of course. If you're thinking, hey, I can move in here, don't worry, you can use this. The devs don't thinking about that's kind of possible, so of course we're gonna use this. We're gonna build him. Como los desarrolladores no pensaron que eso podía pasar, fue como, ya ocupémoslo, ¿por qué no? And now this is a really easy fight because right now it's just 2 hits. Like, okay, it's really part of top. Okay, move in, please. Thank you. That's a really good part because right now, even with this weapon and you really need to use another boss, this is a really good tool for this. Okay, what happened? So this fight is just like that. You don't have so much things to do. And now it's time for the funny part because we're gonna go back to the best boss of the game, of course. The best friends forever. But we really want to escape here first, so we're not gonna overheat right now because we really need it. Okay, thank you, game. As always, you're a really good friend for me. Okay, thank you. And now we're gonna take some supplies. So right now we have this selection. Of course, we're gonna change to this and this. We can even use homing mist. I mean, this weapon to fix everything, like that. And now it's time for a little refill. So we're gonna do the refill because, of course, this boss is a really challenging one and we really need it. Este jefe, como es bien demandante el que nos toca, nosotros ya sabemos quién es. Necesitamos este recurso. Realmente necesitamos este recurso. So, Eliminator Phase 2, but of course this is gonna be a little bit easier than the other one, because right now we have more resources to do this. Como ahora tenemos más recursos, podemos hacer esto. De hecho me puedo dejar pegar. That's the quick kill. It's not a joke, that's the quick kill. No es una broma, de verdad, esto es lo quick kill. Déjense pegar y solucionen todo a base de golpe. You need some ideas? Receive damage. Damage boosting, your best friend. Ahora como llegamos a este punto, vamos a movernos a la parte donde deberíamos ya continuar el juego, porque ya tenemos todo. Entonces nos vamos a mover inmediatamente a esto. Pero ahora vamos a usar obviamente el dash y vamos a empezar a movernos más. So this part. This is a normal mini fight, so we're gonna wait here. In this position. Of course, every single drop we're not gonna take anything. If you have the opportunity, we're gonna take it, but of course, if it's not, just leave it there. Of course, integrate. Give me this challenge. Yeah, this challenge. This is the important part because here you have lost a lot of your stamina. You're gonna take it like, please finish this quickly, finish this quickly, finish this quickly. Ahora esta parte es como un poco más arriesgado porque acá ya perdiste como mucho de tu energía para poder hacer eso. Entonces ahora ya se convierte un poco más complejo el machar bien siempre. This is a mandatory dungeon because here's one of the key items to finish the game. Even for any percent, you need to enter here. Of course, I don't really like the RNG, so why I'm not gonna even thinking about it. So we wanna wait here. Don't worry so much. Thank you. No, I don't have any problem because I have a lot of resources, so for me it's like, nah, I'm not even care. Look, even I have enough shield to even continue to receive some damage. Miren, hasta tengo incluso más escudos todavía para poder seguir recibiendo daño, entonces no me siento ni preocupado por esto. This is the funny part. Only dashes. Esta es como una parte ya igual un poco más divertida porque ya ahora tenemos como todos los recursos que queremos. Ya podemos tener máximo de todo, ya no necesitamos muchas cosas que digamos. So now it's time for the last item, and this is important because we're gonna use it for one quick kill, and of course the important part is really needed. And we're gonna take it as just for backup. And now we can choose anything, so I'm gonna just take it as this sucks. Cualquier cosa nos puede servir ahí, literal, cualquier cosa te puede servir. Solamente que como no vamos a usar el agujero negro, es muy malo. De hecho, no intenten el agujero negro, puesto que es un arma muy mala. Versus el X-Shredder, es un arma muy mala, entonces como que no tiene uso, al menos no para mí. Si algún día se le llega como algún runner a encontrar algún uso, yo cambiaría mi opinión, pero por ahora como no tiene uso, es mala. Así de simple. So now it's time for this funny part. That's it, you're beating this part. Now it's time to read donations. Esta es como la parte donde todos leen donaciones porque yo no vas a hacer nada. Literal no vas a hacer nada. Es tu parte preferida donde llegan tus donaciones y te van a decir todo lo que tienes que hacer. And again, a suffer part. Change center finger. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of full here because it's really cheap to do that. And now of course I'm gonna change to this. So now it's time for the last part of the game. Ahora llegamos ya a la última parte realmente del juego. Esto es importante porque ahora llegamos a la parte en donde realmente vamos a sacar todo. Y aquí recibimos los Yoku Blocks. Para quien no entienda, ¿qué es un Yoku Block? Es un ítem donde tú puedes hacer bloques. Los Yoku Blocks se le llama Yoku Block en términos a Mega Man. Mega Man existían unos bloques que aparecían y desaparecían, entonces se le da como un nombre similar, un Yoku Block. So this block is gonna be really useful. And this is really easy. This is gonna be this and this. Okay, I just messed it up. This. It just you need to. I just messed it up with the last one. And here's 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're gonna change to our dash ability. One over here. That's it. We really want to take it, so why not? Oh. This is important. This is gonna be 2 again. So keep in mind that this is gonna be always 2. Oh, just let me pass, please. And of course, if you have some problem with your resources, you have this refill, that's it. And we're gonna wait for this weapon, and this is gonna be our setup. Eso va a ser nuestro setup para el siguiente jefe. Es importante tenerlo en consideración, porque ese va a ser el movimiento. And now, RNG! RNG, you're back! My best friend forever. Of course, I need to change to this, of course. I think this is gonna be the... Yeah, this is the door. I think that's the door. Okay, maybe not. Okay, thank you. That's the door. And we have this sub-weapon, so this is normal gameplay. Esta es la forma normal de hacer esto. No hay otra manera de hacerlo normal. So take every single of the resources. And then we're gonna go back and doing again this same strat as we did before. But of course we have right now the EX shield, so we're gonna use it. And that's it. And of course, we have a little change because right now we have the thunder sub weapon, so we're gonna use it. This time we're gonna use it. So we're gonna wait here. And that's it. This is a little bit faster than the usual. So we have this. You have these supplies. Of course, the only one you really need is this, because you're only wasting your sub weapons. The other one is not really worth it. Solamente gastamos nuestros recursos de la arma que tenemos como de reserva. Entonces, como no gastamos la otra, realmente no necesitamos tomar el resto. El resto considero que es como más bien una pérdida de tiempo si es que lo intentas tomar. Así que no considero siquiera necesario hacerlo. So this is one, just one. So we're gonna move in this. Thank you. And now it's time for another important part of this. No, I really need that thing. Thank you. Oof. I have enough. So now it's time for another refight. So we're gonna wait here. The movement part is not really important. So. Same setup for the next boss, the centipede. But the difference is here we're gonna do this and this. And now, RNG again. Otra vez, volvemos al punto en donde estoy RNG. Oh, me da como rabia esto de repente porque se pone como un RNG bestial. Y como que está raro este RNG. De hecho, como que no me gusta mucho ya. No sé. Algo me dice que este puede ser también. Ay, weón, como que RNG igual es medio extraño, así que no me confío mucho. Pero yo creo que estoy en el camino correcto, creo. Creo que no estoy en el camino correcto. No, yo creo que estoy en uno, pero así bien lejano a ser el correcto. Oh, no te creo, de verdad. ¿Este es el correcto? Okay, as you can see, this is a really bad RNG because this dungeon was really long. So, everyone depends to the RNG here. That's the main problem with these dungeons. You're always gonna have the same trouble. Realmente este es el único problema que tienen estos dungeons. Son muy molestos en términos de que a veces son muy largos. Entonces, como pasa esta situación y no la podemos controlar, realmente es molesto. So, same fight. Oh, I just forgot my last button. Okay, this RNG is actually really bad because we really need the other one because you have more time to matching stuff. And of course, I don't have more bombs, so that's the main problem. Oof, that fight was really bad just for RNG. Esta pelea solamente fue mala por el RNG, pero ahora como nos toca la pelea divertida, es más fácil. Esta es la manera de hacer la pelea correcta. So now it's time. Okay, again, I have everything, so just refold my sub-weapon. Solamente hagan el refold de la sub-weapon porque no tiene nada más que sacarle. Oh! I forgot this guy. Okay, that's actually really bad. But of course, if we have that problem, we can still do this to save it. The correct way is just have a little bit and just doing 2 instead of 4. Here, thank you, Dracher. Here's just like, that's it. Now this is a normal part because you don't have anything to do this. And now this is important because right now we have the funny part. We don't need anything, just moving. You have this and then charge it. Keep charging. Oh no, this boss, I don't have anything. No puede ser, este ya me va a reventar. That's it. Se acabó la pelea, se acabó. Mira, me motiva. And if you remember, clown part again. Esta es como la parte chistosa. Si recuerdan, vamos de nuevo a esto. Okay, this is the bad RNG because we need to deal with this thing. That's the only bad possible RNG you can obtain. But of course, still with the bad RNG, it's really fast to do this. So right now we're correct, but we're gonna do an overhit because we really need the overhit right now. And of course we have to keep Planade. We're gonna wait here. Thank you. We're gonna use it again. We're gonna wait. And that's it. Okay. We're gonna check right now. We have enough. Like this, we have enough. So we're ready to take the true ending. This is important because we are now able to do the correct part. Thank you. And now it's time just to do this. Thank you. And now we're gonna do an overhit because this boss, the current weakness is just overhit yourself. That's it. So that's the boss rush. So we're ready. I don't remember if this is necessary or not, but I'm always doing that. So just taking this dialogue and that's it. We're right now currently able to do the true ending part, so this is good. So this is the final fight. You really want to do the same thing as I do right now because you don't really want to do an extra damage. The main reason is because you don't really want to waste your time and you can manipulate the boss a little bit. So if you do this, you're gonna always have the same RNG. Always you're gonna have the same RNG. So this is important to take in note. So we're ready with everything. Now we're gonna have technically the bad ending. But we're gonna change it. Awkward match again. If you look a little bit like changing my hand and I'm matching a little bit slower than the usual, that's because I changed my hand. Si ven como que de repente bajo la velocidad del macheo, es porque como cambio de mano, mi otra mano no es como tan buena. Entonces es necesario, de hecho cuiden sus manos, se lo recomiendo, si sienten dolor o algo, no se sobreesfuerzan. Es importante tener en cuenta eso. Si este juego realmente les demanda mucho la mano y les hace daño, no lo intenten por favor. No quiero ser responsable de gente que tenga que operarse o algo. So, we finished the bad ending and now we're gonna enter to the true ending. So, we're gonna change the character. And right now, if you remember this little friend, this is already Kane. So, we have right now the Blaster Master Original. So, we have the original weapons, we have the original system, and of course, one important thing, we don't have Gaia system. Right now, this is the old system, so this is gonna be separate this, and this is gonna be recharged automatically, so you have a little bit of recharge, but you don't have the high ability like you're gonna fall, you're gonna recharge. No, the answer is no. And of course, this is gonna be independent to this part, so you don't have any problem with that. Ahora cambiamos al Blaster Master original, es decir que jugamos con Kane con el tanque de la consola del NES, de Nintendo Entertainment System. Como cambiamos el tanque original, ya no tenemos el Gaia System. El Gaia System, recuerden, es de Blaster Master 0, no es de Blaster Master. Por ende, nuestro tanque actual, Sophia, no me acuerdo cómo se llama este tanque, sinceramente. Metal Attacker, sorry. Metal Attacker no tiene el Gaia System y esto es independiente. So, again, shortcuts. My shortcut is this. Sorry, that's the wrong one. I need to unmark it. Thank you. Done. Done. That's my shortcut for this. And of course, we're gonna change to the thunder here. And now we're gonna enter to this part. So here we have a lot of different fights. And I'm gonna try to do every single quick kill because some of them I discovered when I learned the game. Algunas las descubrí sobre la marcha. Entonces voy a ver si me salen todas, que es lo que quiero en este punto, para mostrar todas las quick kills necesarias que tienen que aprender. So now we have first this. We have the Blaster Master 0 original stages. So we're gonna enter here. And just keep in mind, you're not gonna do this, oh, okay, full resources. So we're gonna enter here and do the fight. No. Because you're not full, you don't have enough resources to do that. So you're gonna enter again and you're gonna take it immediately. The reason is you really want to be full all the time. No hagan la estupidez de como, voy a tomar los recursos que están en pantalla y me voy. No, porque no están full, van a perder solamente su tiempo. Realmente tomar un poco de recursos extra siempre es útil. So we're ready, and you have, remember, you have infinite grenades. So this is Gunbait. This fight is really important to do correctly. So you're gonna wait here, you're gonna start right now with counters. So you're gonna wait here, again. Oh no, I did the fight really bad, so we're gonna start again. No, I did the fight really bad. I used my misinput my buttons. So again, this is Gunpei. This is important because right now we really need to use. Okay, my counters. Where are my counters? Okay, something's wrong here, and I know where this thing is wrong. Okay, this is gonna be the last time, but I know what thing I did wrong. I know. Okay, and a different RNG than the usual. Ok, no lo puedo hacer full school lock, pero ahora voy a poder hacer. So this is the full school lock. Wait for it. You know what? I really want to try it one more time, just because I really want to show you the true fight, not like this. It's just an improvised one. Just one more attempt to do that, because you can do a full counter fight, and you can stall lock him. So that's important to keep in mind because you can save a lot of time just to the stall lock. Just when I stall lock, you can do a really amazing quick kill. So I'm gonna try just one more last time. Okay, this is maybe this is gonna be a fight. Yeah, this is gonna be a fight. Oh, Use a misinput that one part. That's just one counter, but that's not the really concept. When he really tried to go out the stage, you can match in everything you have, and any weapon the team are gonna still lock him immediately. So you can really enter, do counter, go back, matching, enter, counter, go back, and then you can still lock him immediately and do the quick kill even before he tried to escape. Of course, this song is really amazing. And you don't need any more to take about Kane, so this is gonna be the secondary part of the game. En este punto, lo que intentaba explicar es que esa pelea se hace a full base de counters. Si tú haces todos los counters bien, el juego te va a premiar y te va a dar inmediatamente el camino directo a salir de la pelea. Pero obviamente depende solamente de hacer bien esa parte. Ahora entramos al punto de jugar con Kane como personaje, pero ya Kane no nos importa. De hecho, Kane ya ahora pasó a ser un personaje secundario de esta historia. Oh, esto es malo. This is Battle RNG, of course. That's not the correct answer to do this. So we need to go back. So that's our punishment, because we don't know the full RNG of this. We know the exit, but we don't know the way to enter to that exit. That's the problem. The map never changed the position of the exit, but always changed the way to obtain that exit. Lo que pasa es que el juego lo que te hace cambio es siempre cómo tú vas a llegar al exit, pero nunca cambia la posición del exit. Es decir, que si el exit está, no sé, abajo a la izquierda, siempre va a estar abajo hacia la izquierda, pero el problema es cómo yo llego a esa salida. Yo, no sé, puedo tener infinitos caminos para llegar a ese lugar. Entonces, como tal, yo no sé cómo lo voy a hacer. Entonces siempre va a ser algo al azar. Ese es el problema de estos portales. So now it's time for Kana. Hopefully this time I'm gonna do the first time and not the fourth time. Hopefully. But of course, right now I don't care about Kane because we're not gonna fight any boss with him. Ahora es importante, Kane ya no te importa. Kane ya ahora pasó a ser un personaje inútil. ¿Cuál es el motivo? Porque todos los personajes los vas a vencer con el metal ataque. Ya Kane no sirve para nada. Así que todo el daño que tú recibas o los niveles que tú pierdas es como, no importa porque ya no es mi personaje. Ya no lo necesito más en la ruta. Ahora nos toca hacer la pelea de Kana. La pelea de Kana es realmente interesante. This fight is a really interesting one. And this is the event for matching the positions. So you have my inputs. You have the idea how to do that. Como tienen mis inputs, van a poder ver cómo se hace. No voy a explicar mucho porque estas peleas igual son como bien rápidas. Pero vamos a partir obviamente apuntando hacia arriba. So if you have the correct position and the correct matching, you can kill her even if before she tries to escape to the screen. Si lo hacen realmente bien esta pelea, como pudieron ver, ahora sí me salió la primera, XD, van a poder hacer esta pelea incluso antes de que el jefe salga de pantalla. Entonces eso es importante tener en cuenta. Porque Kana tendría que haber salido a hacer un movimiento de desesperación y hartas animaciones y cosas bonitas en pantalla, pero como nosotros hicimos bien la pelea, le digo como, no me importa. No quiero ver tu cara haciéndome tiempo. Now this is a little glitch discovered by Genki. We're gonna do this, and that's it. Okay, this is the bad angle, so we're gonna move into this part. It doesn't really matter to receive one damage here. I'm moving here. I think this is the correct. I know this is the correct. Yeah, this is the correct. Of course, and you don't have any HP here, so don't try it. Realmente acá no van a tener nada de HP, nada. De hecho, yo lo voy a mostrar ahora. Look. No HP, so don't try it. No lo intenten, si no hay recursos, no lo intenten. So right now this is gonna be a really long part here. This is a giant like 3x3. So this is the correct way to resolve this dungeon. So now RNG again. Como dije, esto va a ser nuevamente RNG. No sabemos exactamente dónde está la salida. Sabemos dónde, o sea, sabemos dónde está, pero no sabemos cómo llegar. Ese es el problema. We know where is the exit, but we don't know how to get the exit. Or which way need to do to get the exit. So, okay, this is the correct way. For this time. Por esta vez, esta era la solución, este camino. So now we have a little queue. Here we have two exits, and one of them we don't really want to. The exit on the top part of the map we don't really want it, so we're not gonna go anywhere to the top part of the map. Never, because this is gonna be another exit. We're gonna go to the other way. I mean for the left part. Lo que pasa es que acá este dungeon tiene dos salidas. Tiene una hacia arriba y una que te lleva hacia la derecha y después o sea, hacia la izquierda y después te manda hacia abajo. Nunca vamos a querer tomar el de hacia arriba porque esa es una salida que nosotros no queremos tomar. Esa salida realmente no nos sirve para nada. Por ejemplo, ahora la tengo que tomar. But look, for example, here. Here is a really good example. We have the two ways, the top and the left. So we really want the left. We don't really want the top. Because the top part is always the bad part. HP? Blah. No. Okay, this is gonna be bad. I have the feeling. No, I don't really want to die here. No, you're not gonna kill me. So, okay. This is a really good scenario. I have low HP. What should I do? You have two ways. Kill yourself here or kill yourself at the entrance to the dungeon. I prefer to enter to the dungeon and then kill myself. Because it's more faster and I don't know if I have a refill. Esto es importante porque yo tengo ahora la opción de suicidarme acá. Porque como no tengo energía me puedo suicidar y quedar acá mismo. Y podría obviamente recuperar mis recursos. Pero realmente te hacen la pregunta, ¿realmente lo quiero hacer o me quiero morir acá? Look, for example, this is the perfect way. Finish me. Entonces si me mato acá, este es el resultado. Yo vuelvo y vuelvo con todos mis recursos. Entonces ahora tengo todo mi HP. No, let me pass. Oh. Okay, that's new for me. The enemy just left the screen? Leave the screen. Okay, that's unusual. I never watched it before. Ahora ya. Esta es la salida. Sí, esta es la salida. Esta es totalmente la salida. But for example, this is a good way because here is a little bit challenging, and if you have 1 HP, you're gonna die here. So keep in mind that. Es importante tener eso en cuenta porque esta parte igual es un poco complicada y siempre puede pasar algo. Por ejemplo, ahora tengo bajos recursos. Ahora vamos a entrar en el siguiente boss que es Atom. Atom es un boss que realmente es un poco complejo y queremos tener todos los recursos porque ya es un jefe que nos demanda, de hecho, los recursos. Es importante tenerlos. De hecho, me gustaría que los enemigos me robaran algún recurso. Ahora toca la parte difícil. So, ahora vamos a entrar a Atom. Atom tenemos un problema que tenemos bajos recursos, pero ahora estamos bien. Ahora estamos bien de recursos. Tengan en cuenta eso. Necesitan muchos recursos para este jefe pide recursos. So I'm gonna explain a little thing here. We have the boss. I'm gonna try to experiment something here because I have the opportunity. Okay. Or maybe not, I don't have time. We have the warning, and right now we're a little way here. We have this little teddy bear. This teddy bear is not good as you think. This guy can kill you with one hit, yeah. The fall mobility kill you immediately, so you don't really want to have to stay close against him. Because if you receive one hit, it's over. The fight is over immediately. So you really want to escape, and then attack again. Este jefe tiene un problema que cuando tú activas el movimiento de desesperación, como vieron, la niñita que salió y tiró el Super Kamehameha, saca a este pequeño oso. Este pequeño oso, aunque no lo crean, es bastante peligroso porque su ataque normal te mata inmediatamente. De hecho, está diseñado para que te mate. Es una referencia a Waku Waku y como tal no queremos estar cerca de él, entonces vamos a inmediatamente hacer esa opción. So now we have this portal, and this is the favorite one. This is Blaster Master. Esta es como el más importante porque esto es Blaster Master. Of course, this is another reference. This is a really big because on the NES you have the problem that the game have a lot of things to load, so it's really long. But it's just a reference for the NES era, just for that. We're gonna imagine, for example, you're a marathon and you have an donation incentive like the last boss fight, and you're gonna play it as Kane, and you think, okay, I'm gonna play as Kane, but I have a problem because I don't have enough HP. So what should I do? You have a backup here. Of course, if you're playing for a world record run, you're not gonna do that. But of course, if you have a marathon and you're playing for this, why not? Here you have always a secret. If you remember Blaster Master 01, always in this part, on the top part of the screen, you have a secret. For example, with Gumball, you have the volcanic change here. With Jason, you have an extra drop. With Chantaya, you have one transformation here, and etc. So here you have a shield for metal attacker, so it's really good. Esto es como una consideración que lo voy a hacer extra. Supongamos que estás en alguna maratón, no sé, te interesaron las maratones y dijiste, ¿sabes qué? Voy a jugar una maratón. Y pusiste un incentivo de que te donaran y dijeran como qué personaje vas a elegir en la última pelea. Y te tocó, supongamos que de mala suerte para ti, te tocó Kane. Tú dices, oye, pero ¿sabes qué? Kane tiene un problema, que tiene poco HP y Jason me rompe, me destruye. Acá hay un pequeño secreto que te puede servir, que esto es un backup. Y este backup te permite obtener una cierta cantidad de escudos. Entonces lo vamos a sacar. This is important. So you have these guys. And that's it. Now my refills are not good enough, so I'm gonna go down here. Because I have an extra drops here. I have some drops, so I can use it. Yo estoy tomando esto porque necesito estos drops. So first of all, I'm gonna do I'm gonna take this save because I'm gonna explain the fight itself, like the patterns, and then I'm gonna do the fight. Okay, this is the best and of course the best fight on the entire game. It's really short, but this is really challenging. So we have Rising Garuda. And now I'm gonna explain the patterns. Okay, just always get Racing Garuda, always drawing a pattern on the screen, so you know the RNG immediately. Immediately you know the RNG. La clave para vencer a Racing Garuda es que siempre se va moviendo en la pantalla y te dibuja algo. Te dibuja siempre algo en la pantalla. Entonces, cada dibujo siempre es un RNG estático. Nunca, o sea, siempre es algo estático, nunca es algo RNG. For example, this. Racing Garuda is gonna move into top part and then gonna move to the middle and then go back to the top. Just like top, use lasers, middle, then go back, top, and then using another laser and then attack. So now this is the best one. When you have this drop like this line, something like this, he's gonna be always on the middle and then putting a little stuff on the map. He's gonna use the laser ability with the foaming. I'm gonna activate it. So I have damage free. Let's do this, and then he's gonna go back. She's gonna go back, sorry, and then just left. Then we have this. This is gonna be on the bottom part. Va a estar ahora por debajo. Te va a hacer esto. Siempre lo va a hacer. And then you're gonna be always behind of her. And then this is the bad one. You can't do any damage. Así que, como acabo de explicar, esos son todos los patrones. El primero, cuando te dibuja algo por arriba, significa que va a estar primero arriba, te va a teletransportar al medio y después va nuevamente arriba por el lado opuesto. Si te hace una línea gigante al medio, así como una señal de vida, va a estar al medio, después va a desaparecer, va a tirarte unas pequeñas cosas, tú destruyes solo la del medio y después le haces daño. Y si te hace la de abajo totalmente, va a hacerte como doble dash y después va a intentar pegarte con una espada. Si te hace uno que saca una U gigante hacia arriba, ese es el que no queremos. Ese es el mago RNG. Esta pelea es posible hacerlo en 3 ciclos, pero solamente depende si no te sale esta this battle is possible to do in 3 cycles, but of course, it's always the ban if you don't have the bad RNG. Hopefully this time I'm not gonna have it, because on the practice run, like the explanation one, we don't have it, so who knows. Okay, this is gonna be bottom. We're gonna wait here. Okay, good damage. Now it's gonna be top. We're gonna wait here, a little bit bottom, and then go back here. This is a really good damage, though. And now maybe no. Okay, this is the quick kill. This is the range you really want to. Because right now you can do this, and that's it. The fight is over. So this is my favorite part because this is swag. You don't need that damage boost, it's just doing that just for swag. Ese damage boost no es necesario, yo solamente lo hago por swag. No estoy weando, de verdad lo hago solo por swag. So right now we have everything. So we don't need anything more. We've finished the game. Oh, really good drop. Do I need to know? No, still I need some refills. So we're gonna use this, of course, because we don't need it, but of course we're gonna do the Kane ending. And as a Kane, we always need to go back to some Earthload. Como Kane siempre vamos a necesitar hacer una vuelta atrás. Siempre lo vamos a necesitar. Entonces podemos hacer esto. Because right now, look, this is I mean, it's good, but it's not good. I really want it. But of course, we have this. Imagine your really low resources, like 0, 0, and 10, for example. So you have this. This is the best area to refill your weapons. And as you're saying, okay, we're ready to do the fight. This is the correct way used for marathon, because actually you don't really want to use this. So we're gonna go back, and now we're gonna finish the game as Kane. Remember, the correct answer is Jason, always. With Jason, we're just gonna use your electric sphere and then matching, and that's it. That's the fight. I'm not gonna lie, that's the fight. Cuando jueguen como Kane, solamente van a usar la esfera de trueno y van a machar y se acabó. Esa es toda la pelea. Por eso no la voy a mostrar porque no es necesario. But now, in the other hand, if you have this for marathons, it's really useful because you have this as an strategy. Y como maratón, obviamente esto es útil, así que les puede servir. So wait for it. Metal fight. Or metal attack. So now it's time for this fight. And this is kinda matchy, but it's not like that. Okay, really good. We're gonna wait a little bit. Thank you. And this is gonna be, maybe, I think it's gonna be 2 cycles. Thank you, this is gonna be 2 cycles. Esto va a ser 2 ciclos, va a ser muy buena pelea de hecho. Okay. We're gonna wait a little bit. Okay, that's it. The fight is over. Oh, I don't have more resources, but of course that's the fight. And we went HP. That's normal. So that's the entire game. And of course, this is just for Microsoft. The normal one with Jason is more easier than this thing. And of course, the desperation move can, if you play as Jason, you have the same desperation move and the same shield and everything. So it's really easy this fight. Even though if you think Racing Guru is more harder than this, not gonna lie. Esta es toda la pelea. De hecho, esto es como que solamente lo hice por si les tocaba hacer alguna maratón. Realmente esta pelea es muy sencilla. No tiene como mucho sentido mostrarla. Así que por maratón yo creo que esta es como la mejor forma que ustedes podían aprender y tener todo. Now, of course, no spoilers. No spoilers. Remember, this is an ideas based on Dracheseele ideas, Genghis Run, and of course my ideas too, with touch ideas. So this is a mixing working right now. This game have 1 month, I think, so it's still is a really fresh one. I think we're gonna keep moving, trying to discover new strats, new ideas. I think for the fights are not gonna work in so much because the fight I think is everything is fine for now. We have a lot of knowledge like how to deal correct damage, the output, and everything. And maybe now the current meta is gonna be trying to change some part of the mobility, some BRB portals, or even so some routes to do. That's gonna be the new goal, I think, for the community. The fight's not gonna be even in table like or discussion. I think everyone are happy with this idea. Of course, I hope some bosses with some trouble, like Serbi boss, for example. It's gonna be really tough on some bosses on the Forbidden Area. But pretty much that's it. Solo recuerden que esta es una guía todavía en trabajo. Se ha como trabajado en conjunto con los runners que nombré anteriormente y por el momento se hizo esto. El juego lleva 1 mes de vida. Así que recuerden que esto todavía es muy nuevo. No tenemos mucha información al respecto. Y nada, espero que esto sea útil para la persona que lo vea y pueda aprender sobre el juego. Si quiere hacer una partida de True Ending, quiere empezar a hacer esto de speedrun, esto es como un buen contenido que puede seguir y aprender realmente. Ahora viene como el momento chistoso de like y follow, suscríbanse. No, mentira, me carga esa wea. Si alguien tiene dudas o algo, no me gusta mucho responder en YouTube. O sea, si igual quieren responder, hacerme la pregunta directamente en un video para evitarse la paja de hablarme por Discord, no tengo problemas, pero en general, si tienen alguna pregunta o algo, en el layout mismo está mi Discord, pueden hablarme directamente. Tengo como la forma pública, así que no tienen que ni siquiera agregarme, me pueden enviar un mensaje y listo. Puedo responder cualquier pregunta, cualquier consulta que tengan sobre el juego. Y nada, espero que esto les sirva a los futuros runners o también ver a gente que le interese, vea esto y diga como, ¿saben qué? Yo creo que esta idea está mala, podríamos mejorarla y hacer esto otro. Me gusta mucho cuando la gente llegue y debate sobre esos detalles. So now, like I said in Spanish, if you have any doubt or if you have any problem or any trouble to understand something, on the line you have my Discord. Of course, I have the configuration as you send me a message and I'm gonna reply you. I don't have any problem with that. If you listen some weird English, of course, this is not my native language, so I can stand to mess up. But if you understand everything, I think I'm happy with that. And of course, if you have any doubt, any problem, you have my Discord, so you can send me a message or even though comment this on YouTube, and that's it. I'm gonna answer you as soon as I can. Right now, I don't know. I'm just gonna have a marathon soon, next week. So if you are really interested to watch the game as a normal run, I'm gonna have this on marathon, on a benefit marathon from cancer. And surprisingly, my commentary is gonna be from one of the Integrate fans, so it's gonna be really fun. And that's it. I'm just gonna show you the in-game time. Just you need to know like how many times you're gonna play. And of course, I recommend to play this on PC. The reason is just for the loading times. I think it's PS4 and Switch is not even close to the times. Even with the SSD on PS4, you don't have so much power to use in the loading screen. That's the main problem. Okay, just I'm gonna use for compare information like how much time. Oh, okay, I forgot that part. The hack. Of course, happy ending. But yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you more runners soon. And I don't know, maybe I'm gonna do a raid or something. So yeah, this is gonna be 1 hour and 56 minutes. Of course, this is don't count the deaths and all the retries, because when you do a retry, your in-game time is gonna change a lot. But this is I'm playing 1 hour and 56 minutes. Of course, the current world record is like 1 hour and 25. So keep in mind that. And again, thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone to help me on this route. And right now, no, I think it's really late. I don't have anyone to do a raid. So thanks everyone for watching, and hope to see you soon. See ya.